Welcome once again, skipjeffries.com, jack of many trades. Anyways, doing a late night video here again. But I don't know how many of you done spring break with grandkids or even your kiddos, but we took a trip down to Fort Worth last week. We did Peppa the Pig Land, which was kind of fun. I mean, the trikes I think were probably the best thing that all these kids liked, but they have a lot to offer. I mean, they got a roller coaster, dinosaur ride, some kind of drop deal thing, and then a little Ferris wheel, and then the live shows. They do 2 shows a day and they're both the same, but we kind of enjoyed the first one. The second one she kind of caught on. I mean, she's 6 years old. She figured halfway through the show, she goes, this is the same thing that we seen this morning. I was like, yeah, you're kind of right. So, but they also have a little water park area, kind of like a splash pad, more or less. But she kind of enjoyed it. It was a little chilly, but it was fun. What else did we do on that week trip? We did Legoland, and that was pretty cool too. I enjoyed it. I mean, Legoland's I've always loved Legos. I mean, I've been a Lego kid since the early 80s. But there's a lot to do. I mean, get there early. They open up at 10 a.m. They got a little punch card thing that you can use, but for $8, I didn't think it was worth it. But hey, kept you on track and let you know that you hit everything. They had a couple of rides in there. A little 3D shoot 'em up game that you kind of rode around and shot things up. And then they had like a wizards warrior type thing where you rode around in a circle and you kind of had to pedal to lift the thing up and down. It's kind of fun. And then we went to SeaWorld, and that was pretty cool. I mean, it's an aquarium. We've done quite a bit. I mean, we've got the Jenks Aquarium here in Broken Arrow, so a lot of stuff, sharks. I mean, it was pretty cool. They got the similar type deal where they got like a walk-through aquarium where you've got almost a 360 where it's all the way around up above, and I mean, you see sharks floating, stingrays. Pretty cool little type experiment. I mean, they had little punch card things, not too bad. And then the last day we did the best made pickle museum type deal. Was it worth it? Not really. I mean, a couple of their items were slightly overpriced. I mean, $30 for a t-shirt, no. But hey, it was fun. But anyways, I mean, to be the jack of many trades, I mean, I started off the trip. We got into Edmond to pick up my granddaughter and had to fix a car door. Had to take a dog to a vet because he jumped off the couch and hurt his foot. It was kind of a crazy trip. And then I spent 2 or 3 hours in the backyard kind of fixing the fence so the dogs couldn't get out. We got 2 dogs that we let my wife's sister watch for the week. But put a lot of screws into some fence boards, even put up a temporary fence because the back fence was just so shot that you couldn't fix it with screws. And then we ended up the trip. We came back Saturday. Spent the night, Friday night in Midwest City, kind of chilled out at the pool, played some games, and had a good night. And then got up Saturday morning, helped my father-in-law build a back porch, which was interesting. And it falls into the theme too with Jack of many trades. He ended up getting, what do you call that thing? He had to drill some holes in the ground for some fence posts, and he ended up hitting his water line. So we ended up fixing a water pipe. I'm not a plumber by trade, never claimed to be one, but it was fun. Ended up shutting off all his water and then draining a hole, seeing what damage was caused. I mean, he broke the water pipe probably 6 months. I think they had a freeze in their line, so he had a coupler already in there that's where it actually broke. So we ended up running into town. He lives out in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, so it was 3-4 trips by the time we were done to pick up pipe wrenches, something to cut the pipe, and then a little pipe adapter fixing kit. So I mean, we ended up fixing the pipe. I mean, it's supposed to be a 4-hour job, ended up being almost 9 hours, but we ended up getting him hooked up. Got his back porch up. I mean, he's a guy in his late 70s. I mean, 75, 76 years old, and he had his back deck already fabricated together, and he had his little fence post with his little notches. I kind of looked at it, I was like, what in the heck are all these screws? But they all had a purpose. So I mean, he ended up squaring the unit to his trailer, and everything kind of worked out the way it needed to go. I mean, outside of having to replace a water line 3-4 hours after that and getting some pipe wrenches because he didn't have any pipe wrenches, and I didn't think about grabbing. I thought about putting a pipe wrench in my bag of tools, but didn't think I'd have to be replacing a water pipe at the time. But all in all, it was a pretty good trip. Got some sun, enjoying my time out there, but I ended up helping him out, so it all worked out in the end. Ended up getting his deck up, and he spent that Sunday getting his steps up so his wife could get out in the backyard. But all in all, it was a pretty good trip. Not a bad deal.